Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing very well. I'm not gonna lie, looking at myself in the viewfinder, it feels very weird to see myself in a jumper on camera. Normally I've got the shoulders out, I'm normally wearing Bardot tops. Normally you guys tend to think I'm naked. Anyway, enough about filming naked. This is YouTube, not RedTube. Today I'm gonna be talking about the MUA Velvet Lip Lacquers. If you haven't seen my video before, I have already done a video on the majority of the collection, but since doing that video they have come out with some new shades and there were a few colours that I didn't actually feature because I didn't know they existed. But I now have the complete collection and I thought I would do exactly the same as I did before, swatch them on my lips, show you guys what they look like. I'm not going to review them. I'm guessing the majority of them are all going to be pretty much the same. In short, they're not the most amazing liquid lipsticks you'll ever come across. They're £3, they're not going to be. They are a little bit drying. I recommend putting lip balm underneath and they'll feel a little bit more moisturising. But as far as budget liquid lipsticks go, I think these are pretty good. Some people have said that they are very, very drying on your lips. I think it's personal preference. I personally really like these and I wear them quite a lot, and I love the colour ranges that they've got. For example, they've got this really intense blue shade, they've got a white, they've got a black. I think they just have a really great selection of colours. So yeah, that's my thoughts on them. Now let's get them on my face. So I've got a mirror here, so if I do look down, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go first of all in with the white one. This one is a colour enhanced lacquer, but I think I've seen online that it actually does come out completely white, so I'm just gonna test it. Yeah, very white. Yeah, these are meant to intensify the colours, I'm guessing, but you could probably wear it as a white liquid lipstick if you wanted to. I'm not sure I've ever worn white lipstick before. Okay, so this is the white one. I don't know if it has a colour. It's just the lip base coat. So it's not actually a white lipstick, but I reckon I did a little bit of layering then. Definitely not my colour, but you could, I think, probably get away with making it a white lipstick if you wanted to. It's not ideal, it's not like completely opaque, but again, it's not a white liquid lipstick. It is meant to intensify the colours. But if you did want one, I reckon you could do some thin layers and just sort of build it up nicely. It's very interesting. I might try one of the next colours over the top and see how we go with it. Maybe I'll do like half of my lip with this and half of it without, just to see if it makes any difference at all. But I think it's quite fun. I think it's pretty interesting. I don't look good in this, but I do think it's a pretty unique colour and I don't really know anyone else on the high street that does this, so I quite like it. Am I gonna wear it every single day of my life? Probably not. So next I'm gonna go in with this purpley nude shade. This one, I can barely see it, it's so hard to see. It's in the shade Sugar Coated and it's like this sort of paley pastel pink shade, or pastel purple. Pastel pink. Again, this isn't an overly flattering colour on me, but I do think the base coat actually makes a big difference with the lighter colours because it did go on a lot more opaque. This one does go on a little bit more patchy, I think because it is so light. Again, I do think the colour is pretty nice though. If you are after this sort of colour, not many places do this. But yeah, I think the base coat definitely makes a big difference, especially when you're dealing with the lighter colours. So if you are after something like this, maybe pick up the base coat as well because it did make it go on a lot more easy. The colour, however, let's take this off my face. Next, I'm going to move on to this blue colour, which is called Ice. Again, another really unique shade. Okay, this one goes on a lot more opaque. So this is the shade Ice, and I do kind of look like I should be a member of Star Trek, but I really like the formulation and I think the colour's really nice as well if you are into this sort of shade. I think it's actually quite a nice flattering kind of like grey tone blue. Yeah, I think it's just a really nice shade actually, and I think for £3 you really can't go wrong. Next I'm going to move on to this purple shade called Symphonic. It looks a little bit like Kooky from my last video. This is nice. So this is the shade Symphonic and I'm actually really into this colour. I actually think it's pretty wearable if you're after like a grey toned purple. Yeah, massive fan, and again, really opaque, really nice consistency. Next I'm going in with the shade Potent, which just looks to be a really intense black. So this is the shade Potent, and I'm actually really impressed with this colour. I think it's actually pretty wearable, even though it's like a really sort of oil slick matte black. I think it's actually kind of works. I don't know about you guys, I really love the formulation. It's really matte black. Obviously it is a bit more difficult because it is so dark. You do want to make sure that you leave your lips kind of open before the product actually finishes drying, just because around here it can get a little bit patchy, but if you literally just leave your mouth kind of open, I know it's not ideal, but it's £3, you kind of have to work with the product a little bit, then it does go on really flawlessly. You just need to sit for a minute and just keep your mouth open, basically. Now I'm going to move on to the colour that I was most excited about. You guys know that I tried so hard to get my hands on this for such a long time. It's this really amazing kind of like royal blue shade, and it's called Splash. So I'm going to chuck that on my lips. Oh, I love it. So this is the shade Splash. I think this was so worth the wait. This is such a unique shade and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Again, pretty wearable if you're into like a coloured lip. I love this. From what I can tell, this colour does sell out really quickly, but I think for good reason. It's such a stunning, unique colour for only £3. I think if you can get your hands on it, definitely do, because I'm absolutely obsessed. So as you can see, I have got a little bit of blue stainage going on my lips. Kind of looks like I've eaten some sort of blue ice lolly or something, but luckily we have got some colours to go over the top. The next colours, thankfully, are pretty wearable. They're kind of like some red shades. I've also got one down there. I've dropped it on the floor. I can't reach it, but there is another one. So yeah, let's try these bad boys on. So the next shade I'm going in with is Hustle. These next sort of red shades, the next three ones, do all look pretty similar, so we'll see what they look like. So this is the shade Hustle. Excuse all of the liquid lipstick I've got all over my hands. This stuff kind of gets everywhere, especially when you're putting 10 on your mouth at once. This is like a really sort of brown tone red. I love this colour. I think it's perfect for autumn winter. Really nice and wearable. I think it would suit a lot of different people. Again, really opaque. Love the formulation. Yeah, really happy with this colour. Next, I'm going to move on to the shade Firecracker, which seems like a more bright red. Okay, so this is the shade Firecracker. Again, another really nice wearable red. I think this would be a really great colour for Christmas and Christmas parties and things like that. It's just like a really sort of classic red that's slightly deeper than normal. Again, really opaque. I just think, yeah, this is a really nice shade. And then the last of the red shades, we've got, what are you called? Flare, which seems like the deepest red shade. Yeah, really vampy, this one. So this is Flare, again, as you can imagine, just another really wearable deep red shade. A little bit more vampy than the last one, it's same sort of tone. I think this one probably works with my colouring a little bit more, but I do like all of the colours that I featured. But yeah, again, a really nice Christmas parties, things like that. I think it's just like a really nice deep red wine sort of shade, and again, I think it would suit a lot of different skin colours. And then I'm going to finish off this swatching video with the nude shade. This one is in the shade Poised, and it looks like a fairly grey tone nude. Okay, so this is Poised, and I think this has actually come out as a really nice colour. It's kind of like a tan brown nude sort of shade. It's a little bit more brown than I thought it was going to be, but I actually really like it. Definitely one of the more wearable lip colours that I featured today, but again, I think it's a really nice unique shade. I think that's my favourite thing about these lipsticks, is they're all really unique colours. You won't tend to find any other sort of shades in the high street. You go to other makeup brands in the drugstore, and apart from NYX, I don't know many other brands that would do liquid lipsticks in these shades. Yeah, really impressed with this colour, and I think it's perfect again for more of like an autumn winter nude lip. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you found it a little bit helpful. I know you guys really enjoyed my last MUA lip swatching video, so hopefully this one filled a few of the gaps. Do let me know if you want me to try out any other brands, if you want me to do any more swatching videos or anything like that. I'm going to try and get my hands on the NYX Vault, the big Christmas one, just so I can do a swatching video of all the soft matte lip creams, so fingers crossed. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you did like it, and subscribe if you do want to see more of me. I post 3 times a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. But apart from that, that's it from me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.